Good morning, everyone. Let us start with day 44 of our regular SAP FICO session. It has been quite some time. I was not able to release or publish any video or the recording of the session. So, as far as I remember, the last session that I uploaded was for the day 44, part 1, wherein we have covered all those topics that are mentioned over here, which are creation of the cost center, profit center, person responsible, defining the parameters, and defining the formulas, defining the standard value queues, setting up the KP26 frame, and some of the important thing that we have to remember while setting up KP26, designing the work center, and some number ranges, defining the material group, and then creating the materials that are required for our scenario. We also design the allocation structure, source structure, settlement profile, and did the OBYC for AUA and AUA for the semi-finished goods. After all these, the next topic that we have for today is creation of the BOM. So I have already created the BOM. Let me just show you. So the T code to display the BOM is CS03, and to create the BOM is CS01. So as you see here, for the production of the cocoa butter, I'll be needing sugar and beans. And if you see, for the liquid, the quantity is minus. If the value of any component in the BOM is in minus, that means it is either a byproduct or a co-product. Now if I double click on this and see the detail of that component, so this is my liquid material master, wherein we can see that the co-product indicator has been set. That means it's a co-product. And apart from this, if I go at the component level in the BOM, I can see the co-product indicator selected over here as well. Okay. So if these co-product indicators are selected, that means it is not a byproduct, it is a co-product. So in BOM, I have decided that for the production of butter, I will be needing 2 kg of sugar, 1 kg of beans, and by processing 2 kg of sugar and 1 kg of beans, I will get 1 kg of butter along with 1 kg cocoa liquid. So this is the parameters of the BOM. The next thing that we have is the routing. Routing is nothing but the list of activities that we perform to process the sugar and beans in order to produce the butter. So to check the routing, we have the T code CA03. CA01 is for creation and CO03 is to display. So here we have for the material in plant RCID. Let us just check what are the operations that has to be performed. So you see, the operation number 10, we have to perform 3 activities in plant RCID and work center RCIZ underscore Z3 that we designed in our last session. So you could see here, for the production of 1 kg of butter, I will need 1 hour of labor working, 2 hour of machine running, and 3 kilowatt of energy consumed. So these are my operation quantities or the activities quantities that need to be performed in order to produce 1 kg of butter. That is what I have set over here. Yeah. Let's go back. So this is how we have designed our BOM and routing, which is nothing but the material required to produce butter and the activity that are required to produce the butter. The next thing that we have to do is assign the BOM and routing in the production version. So we go in MM03, which is nothing but the material master for butter. And then we go into MRP 4 tab, and here we have the production version. In the production version, we have to assign the corresponding BOM and routing. So here you see this is the planning data. Here we have here I have assigned the routing, and this is the BOM. So the BOM and routing that I created for production of the butter is assigned in the butter material master, so that the system is able to understand the activities that are required to be performed and the raw materials that will be required to produce the butter. The next thing that we have to do is change the cost center in the CPT2. The reason I am changing the cost center is earlier when designing the template, I put another cost center, but now for actual production I have designed another cost center and I have assigned that cost center to the production work center. And for this I will have to go back and change my template to include the recent cost center CPT2. So you know CPT1 is for creation, CPT2 is for change, and CPT3 is to display. I am going in the change mode. Oh, let's go into CPT3 to display it. And here you see the cost center is RCIZ underscore 3. This is the same cost center. This is the same cost center which is assigned in my work center. As you can see over, it could be assigned somewhere. Yeah, you can see over here the same cost center that I made the changes in the template has been assigned to the work center. Okay. Now, after doing this, I have performed one more activity for my convenience. What I did is I changed the KP26 layout to do the planning in the company code currency instead of the controlling area currency, because the people in India will feel it difficult to plan in USD as they have to apply some conversion rates. Due to that reason, I made the change in KP26 planning to include the field for input of the values in the company code currency instead of the group currency. So for this, I had to do two things. One is the planning profile, and the next setup that I had to do is the planning layout. I will include a separate video, or I'll record a separate video, separate session to create the planning profile and planning layout, as because as of now I don't want to deviate from the main topic that I have planned to cover today. Okay. So the next action that I have performed is changing the costing sheet to include the overhead unit quantity based on kg as the basis unit of measure for raw material is also kg. So you have to remember over here that in the costing sheet for the quantity based overhead you have to provide the same unit of measure that you have provided in the raw materials. Okay. Now, since my raw material sugar and beans are both in kg, I am putting the base unit of measure in my costing sheet as well to kilogram. Let us see that in the system now. We go into SPRO, self reference IMG. Under controlling, we have cost object controlling. and by order for the manufacturing order. Okay, it's not here. We should be having it under the general controlling. Under the general controlling, sorry. And okay, it's not here also. Let's check where it is. Okay, product cost planning and material cost estimate with quantity structure. It should be somewhere under the overheads. Yeah, under the basic setting for material costing we have overheads, and here we have defining the costing sheet. But before defining the costing sheet, we have defined the quantity based overhead rates. So in the quantity based overhead rates, we have the quality cost and repair maintenance, which we are going to bring from the costing sheet. So you see, earlier here I had assigned each or PC something different, but now I have assigned the KG. We have to make sure that this unit that we put here must be equal to the unit of measure that we have kept in the material master for the raw materials, not the finished goods. Okay. After doing this, we have entered the rate in KP26. Let us see what rate we have input. Going into KP26, version 0 from period 1 until period 12 for period 2025, cost center RCIZ underscore G3, and activity from energy to machine. Let's check the form base and check the overview. So here you see the planned quantity that I have put is 1, 100 and 100. This is not valid as of now. The thing that I wanted to show you in KP26 is the planned price. So you can see for 1 unit of energy, the price is 1. For 1 unit of indirect material, the price is 2. Similarly, for labor, it is 3. For machine, it is 4. Going back. Let's go back. And if I show you by changing the layout, let me just change the layout from here and include the planning profile that I created for myself. That is R plan. And the layout that is assigned to our plan is RCIZ. And now if you could see, the planned price are in INR and not in USD. This is what I was talking about, changing the KP26 planning layout, wherein I designed the planning profile and planning layout. Okay. So this is the detail in KP26 wherein I have provided the rate for labor, machine, energy, and indirect material per unit. Now I went back into my routing, which is CA03. This is my routing, and if you could see here, for the labor, machine, and energy, these are the 3 activities that the production line will be confirming. So here I have assigned the activity types corresponding to these standard values. Okay. Now now okay, it's already 14 minutes. Let us stop here for today. As part of part 2, we will continue from here in part 3 of day 44. I don't want to make a video lengthy, so I hope until now you are clear what are the activities that we have done. So we started with BOM, we went through routing, we saw how the production version is assigned in the material master, and what is the linkage between the work center cost center and the template cost center. And if we want to plan in the company code currency in KP26, the thing that we have to do is change our planning profile and planning layout. In the costing sheet, we understood that for the quantity based over, the unit of measure should be same as that is in the raw material. We entered the rating KP26 for the activities based on which the activity cost will be calculated, and also we saw that the routing activities were assigned. Rest we will continue in part 3. Let us stop for the day. Thank you.